What is the worst response to "I am pregnant"? Story 1. Someone in my buddy circle became pregnant after a casual relationship a few years ago. She kept calling and texting him to let him know. They didn't actually hang out on a regular basis, but he never responded. Finally, she contacted him. "Hey, we really need to talk. I'm pregnant." To which he replied, "This is his mother. He died last week. Don't text this number anymore. It's too painful." But then she ran into him at the mall a week later. She was so devastated by his passing that she had a psychotic break and thought she saw a dead person. So sad. I don't understand. Why would she think they have dead bodies at the mall? Have you been to a mall in the last few years? Everyone there is dead. Even the mall itself is dead. Story 2. I was pregnant during my last semester at college, and I was puking in between finals. While retching in the bathroom, a girl asked, "Girl, are you okay?" Me: "Yeah, I'm pregnant." Girl: "Oh, I'm sorry." Me: "I'm married and graduating after this semester." Girl: "Oh, congratulations." Still cracks me up. I'm 34 now, and still don't know whether to say congratulations or holy when my friends tell me they're pregnant. A friend of mine went white as a sheet for a bit before finally smiling when his girlfriend told him she was pregnant. When his girlfriend asked why he looked shocked, he said that his mind went to the "oh no, mom and dad are going to be pissed" place before he remembered. He's not a teenager. He is, in fact, a gainfully employed 30-something adult. And so is his girlfriend. He and his girlfriend is in a long-term relationship and are living together. But yeah, he had that visceral teenager reaction before remembering he's a grown-ass 30-something man. She thought it was pretty funny after he explained it. This kind of reminds me of an interaction I had at work a few weeks ago. Was talking with a similarly aged co-worker. I'm 36 male. We both have teenage children and work with computers. He makes a comment about sometimes needing to find an adult to solve a problem. When I pointed out we were adults, he legit took a moment to process before he was like, "Yeah, I guess so." Story 3. Is it yours? Do you know who the mother is? I often look at my kids and then at my husband and tell my husband they can't possibly be mine. Did you cheat on me? Reminds me of an old joke from American Dad. Haley is talking to Stan about Jeff's upbringing. His mother walked out on him before he was even born. Stan: How could she do that? So brilliant, so stupid. I love it. My brother looks nothing like our parents. I am the spitting image of our dad. To the point older relatives have remarked that they keep thinking I am actually him, as if they'd just gone back in time. During my had teenage years, I'd tease him that he must be adopted. We then met an uncle we never really saw much of, and realized that my brother looked more like him. Must have just been how the genes all mashed together. Edit. God damn you all. I should also say he looked like our grandfather. But he died before I could remember. So that completely slipped my mind. Story 4. Him: oh my god. What are we going to do? Me: well honey, we're in our 30 seconds. We've been married for 7 years and trying for a baby for 2 years. So I'm thinking, keep it. What would your mother think? Well, considering she's trying to get us to all the time. I think she's trying to get us to have one. My husband had an oh shit moment when I told him I was pregnant. With our third. What are we gonna do? What we did last time. My husband and I watched the pregnancy tests change together. I peed on them in private, though. Because there are some things that are still private, even after 20 plus years of marriage. Each time, he panicked, and I thought he was going to throw up. Our kids were planned, actively tried for, and fertility-assisting drugs taken. I would have been hurt. But I also remember that he was terrified when we bought our house, and before every other change in his life, because he fears change. My wife felt that she was pregnant, literally the day after we conceived. Unfortunately, you can't just run out and take a pregnancy test the day after conception. So it was an agonizing couple of weeks, waiting for the missed period. She talked herself into, and out of being pregnant probably 5 times in that space of time. I just defaulted to "you're not pregnant" because I didn't want to cue up disappointment. Figured it was most reasonable to just assume that she wasn't, until proven otherwise. Right? Well, her period doesn't arrive on schedule. And then it does, a day late. But wait, period? Or implantation spotting? Cramps. But different cramps. Anyway, one morning I was in the shower and she was like, "I'm pretty sure I'm just having my period. But I'm gonna take the test just to clear my head." I'm like, "Okay then." Continues washing hair. Takes the test, waits a few minutes, and goes to pick it up. I'm still in the shower. Me. Negative, right? Her. Me. It's positive. Her. I'm gonna take another one to make sure. Me. H. Hello everyone. Before continuing the video, I am thrilled to announce that our YouTube channel now offers a membership program. By joining our channel as a member, you will gain access to exclusive perks and benefits that are not available to regular viewers. To become a member, simply click the join button on my channel homepage or under any of my videos. Memberships start at just $3.99 per month and can be canceled at any time. Thank you for being a part of our community, and we hope to see you as a member soon. Story 5. My sister told my parents she was pregnant. She had been married for a couple of years at this point. My dad said, "What you go and do that for?" My mom started to cry and said, "Why are you trying to make me seem so old?" Edit. Unfortunately, this was definitely not a joke on either of their parts. My mom definitely does have some narcissistic tendencies. And my dad, well, I don't know what's going on there. My sister was 22 or 23. And my parents were 45 or 46. Story 6. Different scenario, but a co-worker of mine a while ago was smoking on her break. And a lady came up to her and said, "That's bad for the baby." My co-worker replied, "It's all right. I'm not keeping it anyway." She wasn't pregnant. 2 separate times in my life, I was 100% sure the woman I was talking to had gotten pregnant. Since the last time I had seen them, I was wrong both times. But I'm also not an idiot, and didn't say anything other time, so they don't know that I thought that. Story 7. I think we're out of milk. Lungs aren't a good of shape. Might also need some seggs. When my husband and I got pregnant, we came to my mom and at the time stepdad's house to tell them. They were installing a fence, and had a cup of iced tea that my stepdad reached for as we were sharing. After we tell them, he takes a sip, makes a face and just says, "Ugh, that's warm." That was it really. I hated him regardless. But just another smear of icing on the cake. Story 8. Somebody actually had with you. I said something similar to someone who was bullying my friend. He said something about his kids, bringing them up in the argument. Bleg. And I immediately went, "Oh God, you reproduced." He was not happy. Lol. Honestly, I would laugh. Story 9. I had a vasectomy 10 years ago. So care to explain. Vasectomies don't always work. Sometimes it just turns the baby black. I shot myself in the balls with uranium. Is that why it changed color 14 times in a row? That's how I found out a friend in university is sterile because of cancer. He had to make a Facebook post because of this girl was telling everyone he got her pregnant. I know a guy who had a woman try to pull this on him. He broke up with her, and she tried pulling the "I'm pregnant" card. Little did she know he had a vasectomy years ago. Story 10. Maybe get a second opinion. You might just be fat. Or, who knocked you up? Even worse, aren't you a little too young or old to have a baby? That is not going to go well later on. Who knocked you up? The buffet.